Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Rome, and we're back with some more of the early alpha access of Rogue Trader Warhammer 40k, the Grim Dark itself. We're continuing on with our explorations of Footfall. This last time we cleared out a one of these. This one was Chaos. This one was empty for the moment, and we can't get back in here. There's an elevator up here, but the controls are down here, and there's a fence blocking here. So I haven't figured out a way through there yet. There are a bunch of exterminators working there at the moment, so maybe when they're done, I don't know. Let's see if we see anything here. I don't think there's anything other than just to go through the door. It looks like we can go a little ways. We may as well, just to make sure there's nothing back over here.
None shall stand in my way.
I thought I was going to say none shall pass there for a second, but not so much. So we had two things. One was to kill the cultists. The other is to look for a lady who was leaving a meeting with the Liege. Before you is a compartment of a massive void ship adapted to living space from inside the building. Numerous clinking of glasses and numerous voices can be heard. Let's go ahead and give it a try. That's where she should be. We don't need any of that. This is all we can collect it all, I guess. We can throw it away later. I'm sure it doesn't weigh anything, so it's not a big deal. All right. We have come in from down here. What are you on about, Lauren? We haven't even drunk to His Holiness Hieronymus' health yet.
It's about time.
Shove off, I like lying here. I've had nights like that. Tech use. Alright, under the floor you can see the remains of the void ship's life support. It seems that whoever dismantled the vessel just decided to leave it in place. Colors, you say? Next time should be asking us to take her on a tavern crawl. Alright, let's handle the top here and then we'll go down there.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Oh, good to hear that. Glad to hear that ocular implant's working out for you. All right. We've got kind of a big section here. Maybe we should have done the lower section first. We'll go left first. Citizen. There are some good, they're suspicious types. I like that. They're just suspicious types. Medicaid. Let's see what that is. Poorly washed plates plastered with remnants of unsightly food. Oh, we failed. Whatever it was, we did not make it. All right. Some goods over here. Let's go ahead and grab those. Holy writings. Yep. Pack is cargo. All right. Thugs. That person has a name, but let's hold off on that for a second. Report sedition.
My luck ran out.
What the hell was that? It's him, isn't it? The poor sap who got his tongue cut out by the Anvers. Oh, well, that's nice, but that's the one. I think it was from the Casablanca. Well, all his troubles are over now. Scrappy autocannon, axe. Pack's cargo. No idea what happened to him. Awareness. Dirty sofa looks as old as Footfall itself. Nothing else in here we care about, though? No? Okay, let's come back out here.
A new challenge for me.
Ooh, logic. Okay, well, we might be able to do a logic test. Let's do the ritual. Menu of the Adeptus Amasecus looks eerily similar to the design of the internal scan of the fuel compartment. Someone has inserted new data in the void ship's cogitator left from ancient times. Okay. Citizen, people with names. Gordai Skadov. I don't recognize the name. Should we talk to Mr. Gordai? I feel so miserable. Okay, hold on. Flabby man in worn clothes is sighing sadly over a glass of murky boots. When he looks up at you, you do notice his eyes, large and piercing and full of sorrow. A stark contrast to his unkempt appearance. Could it be that someone actually wishes to keep me company? Allow me to introduce myself. Gordai Skadov, architectural historian. You look deeply despondent over something. What happened? Here I go again, pouring my heart out to you to have you disappear in 10 minutes just like everyone else before you. But all right, here is the story of Gordai Skatov, the unluckiest historian in the Imperium. I was born 2 sectors away from here. My family was quite influential, which allowed me to dedicate myself to a great passion, a history of imperial architecture. I spent a number of years studying every scholarly work there was to find on this art, and then, once I inherited my family's fortune, I traveled, documented the development of architectural thought on different worlds until one day, oh, that accursed and blessed day, one day I came into possession of something quite special. And my mic keeps maxing out, so let me lower it for a second. Give me a second here. All right. Came into possession of something quite special. Gordai pulls what looks like a book or an album with a homemade leather cover out of his bag. Both the pages and the binding look well worn. Here it is, my undoing. This is an authentic booklet titled Dwayne's Design, one of the thousands that were printed centuries ago in the times of Footfall's construction. Keep listening. Footfall's founder, Lord Parsimus, was obsessed with this creation's grand future. The booklet describes in detail what Footfall was meant to become upon its completion. Dozens of asteroids turned into glorious palaces and temples, massive bridges spanning the void itself, and the marvelous flying buttresses, the archivolts of the exterior arches, the elegant arrangement of the balusters. And the interior, proliferous 10 stories tall and more than a mile long, cyclopean light tubes that catch the light of the Furibundus and use it to brighten the halls and the hearts of the asteroids. Stained glass windows and mosaics, bas reliefs, and statues. Engrossed in his own description, Gordai stands up and starts tracing the outlines of arches and galleries with his hands. Emerging from his reverie, he catches himself, blushes slightly, and loudly flops back down into his seat. I apologize. I got carried away, but you must understand how deep an impression this booklet left on me, and my young self picked it up. I simply couldn't think about anything other than Footfall. I was ready to give my life just to see this incredible station. And of course, no matter how hard my parents tried to dissuade me, I still gathered all my savings and set out on a journey. It is no easy feat. See, now he's putting me asleep. It's no easy feat to cross 2 sectors, especially for a common citizen, albeit one who has some resources at disposal. I had to change one ship after another, at times being forced to stay on transfer worlds, waiting for a vessel headed in the right direction or for warp disturbances to subside. The voyage took me a total of 107 years, in real space-time, of course. For me, it was much less than that, somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 or 35, and then, after all those years, having spent all my savings, I reached my dream. And what did I see? A dump in place of the exquisite portico, metal anthills clinging to the columns, the marble tiles pilfered by paupers to use as cladding for their hovels. Gordai hangs his head. It's been a dozen years since I came here, and I still haven't recovered from the shock. I had suspected that not everything from the booklet would exist in reality, but I never expect to see Footfall in such a sorry state. It is like stumbling upon a horrible decomposing corpse of your beautiful beloved. Tragic indeed. I wish I could see Footfall the way its creator envisioned it. You're an architectural historian. What happened to Footfall is what happened to Footfall not part of history, or a compelling cautionary tale? Let's go with, is it not part of its history? Yes, Footfall's current appearance, slums fused together with the remains of majestic palaces, is a unique phenomenon. I'd be curious to observe if other places have taken after it, thereby solidifying as a new style of architecture remains a local oddity. My word, you certainly know how to provide an unexpected perspective on things. Be that as it may, I just wanted to say thank you for hearing me out. Over the dozens of years I spent in Footfall, not one person has hung around long enough to listen to my story to the end. It's such a delight to have shared everything that's been weighing on my mind. I'm poor as a church mouse, but I still have something to offer you as a token of my appreciation. After studying the booklet thoroughly, I've discovered something interesting. A ciphered message scattered throughout its pages, taking the form of a riddle. It describes certain places of interest in Footfall. I believe it is the work of the booklet's creators. Would these riddles lead to something? A wondrous discovery? I will gladly share what I've been able to learn with you. Have you not tried to make this wondrous discovery for yourself? I have, of course, but I'm an old man who's blind in one eye and can barely move his legs. I never found anything, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to find. All right, tell me the places these riddles lead to. First location of the riddles isn't far from here. It's a bridge that was supposed to go through the center of this district and into the void towards the neighboring asteroid. Only a couple of its spans were built, and even those lie in ruins. Still, if the cache survived after all these years, it is there somewhere. Okay, cache in the old bridge. Second location is the Lantern of the Great Cathedral. A lantern is a small tower on top of a dome. You've seen Footfall's atrium, haven't you? The whole atrium is just the nave of the former little cathedral. The Liege's entire so-called palace would have fit inside what was meant to be naught but a single room. The Great Cathedral, had it been built, would have been even bigger. But alas, its construction was just getting underway when Dwayne died and the work stopped. The lantern from its dome, however, had already been built and survived. It was brought inside the atrium and dubbed the Chapel of St. Drusus the Warrior. That's all I know. I wish you luck in your search. All right. Good enough. All right. Anybody else over here?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Carouse, huh? All right. Drops of orange liquid sparkle in a decanter, exuding a sugary aroma. There we go. That's the word. We failed. We failed the check. I wonder what the check was. Does it tell us? Check result was 71. We need to be under a 45. Huh. Check result, D100 roll was a 71. Our total skill... I'm not sure how that works. I mean, we rolled... I guess we were... I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, we rolled a 71, but it didn't say what the difficulty was we needed to hit, right? It just says roll 100. Total skill, 45 plus difficulty modifier 0. So did we need to roll under a 45, or was our total skill a 45? Because I think, what is our carouse? Our carouse is a 45, so that's our total skill. I don't know. Okay. It is what it is. Oh, here we go. Something's happening. Rough day. Oh, there she is. That's who we're here to look for. You have no idea. I just might. That's the second bottle you downed. There we go. Oh. These are not us. Somebody's walking in to talk to her. Her day's about to get worse, apparently. Hey, Jay Hadar, Braska sends his regards. And what does that unholy scion of a Grox and a Brahan want from me? We'll have to wait for a second here. They're not very sharp. Get her! I assume she's just gonna wipe them. I don't think so, Ashmag.
Bastards.
Tell Braska to come himself next time. That's got to be our rogue character, right? Isn't that what we think? Hey, Dari, I'm tired of your mess. Out. Get some sleep. We'll talk later. Octi, Sharon, light in my eyes. Can't you see my soul is full of sadness? Have you no heart at all? Let go of your material concerns and give me a let me grieve in peace. Eventually, this is gonna end, and we'll get to do something. Unless we don't. All right, there we go. Jai, have we met before? The brunette looks at you with the glassy eyes of a drunk, and you notice the 2 empty bottles that have been keeping her company before you arrived. She looks completely out of place in this dingy, smoky bar. The fancy attire, the abundance of jewelry, the implants plated with precious metals. Her appearance not only screams wealth, but also audacity. For only an audacious person would flaunt their wealth in a place like this. Audace. To lure les audace? Am I remembering that? Is that the French? You guys have to let me know. She smiles somewhat groggily as she examines over a glass that is raised to her lips. Greetings, Sharon, and whom do I have the honor of speaking? I am Rogue Trader, trade envoy of House von Valencius. Well then, here's to our meeting, Rogue Trader. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that you're someone special, since you've been granted an audience with the Liege of Footfall himself. It's always a pleasure to make the acquaintance of someone so powerful. Actually, kind of the Liege was granted an audience with me, more or less, right? She takes a sip and pauses, then resolutely sets her glass aside and turns to you. And the timing couldn't be better. Jai Hadari at your service, professional trader, shrewd commercial broker, and, may Ozzy steal my tongue if I'm lying, the most honest dealer in Footfall. Nonetheless, we all have our problems, and at times, even one's many merits aren't enough to solve them. Perhaps it'd be no trouble for a person of your kind of power and standing to assist someone with my kind of predicament. What do you need help with? You see, Shireen, there's one cardinal rule in Footfall. Anything goes as long as it doesn't get in the way of business. I'm someone who's been able to exploit that rule to the fullest, and in recent years I've hit it so big that I've become a speck of sand in someone's green eye. They used to throw small wrenches into my dealings here and there, but they've decided to really put their backs into it. Some rat stole my cargo right out from under my nose in the seediest part of Shadow Quarters, a crummy place, even for the connoisseurs of Footfall's unique atmosphere. I wonder if that's how we're going to get back into that corner. When I asked the Liege for protection, we had a mutual misunderstanding. I believe Vladim, in his most lamentable fashion, has forgotten his duties as guardian of the downtrodden and wronged. So I'm desperate need of a new one, and you, Shireen, fit the bill perfectly. All I need is for you to drop by one dark corner of Footfall Shadow Quarters and pound it into the thieves' head that taking Haydari's property carries certain risks. And what can you offer in terms of payment? I'm sure that my personal means can't compare to yours, Shireen, so I can't interest you with money. I can, however, offer you something else, my boundless knowledge. Surely you will appreciate the services of an expert on trading operations. Where I'm from, they call this kind of deal wisdom selling. On top of my personal talents and insight, I have at my disposal a whole network of schooled brokers ready to procure anything from anywhere at the snap of a finger, be it from any world, the webway, or may the Exalted One preserve us from the schemes of his enemies, the warp itself. Hey, I'm starting to like her. You want me to burn bridges with Vladim, too? Surely a trifle like restoring cargo to its rightful owner won't change the Liege's disposition toward an esteemed figure such as yourself. Vladim's a reasonable man, and he knows better than to cut his nose despite his face. Sure. We need a rogue character anyway. All right, I'll help you. May the Exalted One bless you and your progeny. Jay instantly pulls out a data slate and shows you a map of Footfall. And here's what we'll do. We shouldn't be seen together before we make it to the safe house. I'll head there first. I'll take my own special route so I won't be spotted. Right here, that's where the ash bags are keeping the stolen cargo. Out of the bar, over the bridge and to the left. There in the depths, you'll find a small courtyard which you can get to the place. I'll be waiting nearby. You can come when it suits you, but the sooner you do, the better. I'll see you then, Shireen. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and bring this all the way back down again. All right, we're not quite done in here, I don't believe. We still had one other person that actually had a name that we saw back there to talk to. So this episode may be lots of talking. You know what I'm saying? Let's roll through here. And then we'll do a quick save. And we haven't looked at the bottom area yet either, but we know we've got somebody up here. Thug. Who is Ryza? Woman looks to be in her 40s, and she's surveying you with interest. Her right eye appears almost black against her dark skin, while her left emits a greenish light filtered through the smudge lens of a prosthesis. Her arms are tattooed all the way from the base of her shoulders to her knuckles. Looking for something specific? You buying or maybe selling? Don't be shy. Just ask. Old Ryza knows all kind of folks. My boys will fetch anything your heart's desire. Let's see what you have to offer. We have finally found ourselves a merchant. I'm going to... Can I give her those? The merchant is interested in large cargoes. Does that mean... Hey, we're up to 38, by the way. I guess it means they're not worth anything. There's 0 PF as opposed to... This is all 0 PF? Like, how about that? So they take that. Oh, here we go. We go to sell here. So now what we could do is we could say... this... How do I select that? So this is all stuff that we could sell. All right, this is all stuff that's at 100%. We may as well get rid of it. I don't know if it would do us better to sell it elsewhere, but you know what? We've got somebody who's willing to take it now. That looks good. Let's deal that. I don't know what RP stands for, but we'll take it. Okay, so now let's come over here. Aldari Plasma Grenade. That looks pretty cool. Frag grenades. We do need some frag grenades. I'm going to go ahead and... How many of those does she have? She got 3. We'll take all of them. Oh, no, she's got 5. I'm going to buy all of them. Medkits. I think I'd like a couple more of those. Melt-to-charge I don't need. Militant's Cloak. All enemies within a 2-cell radius of this wear the cloak receive a -10 penalty to dodge against melee attacks. That might be good for our hammer-wielding Seneschal. It's 19. It's expensive. Mobile mining outpost assembled in accordance with the Blessed Standard template. This small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world. However, inhospitable, the Surf Clan assigned to it. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to put that in there. Navy Swashbuckler's Coat. +5 bonus to parry and 10 to absorption against melee weapons. That'd be another good one for us. It's a little bit more expensive than militants, but not much. So that gives them a penalty to dodge. This gives us a penalty to parry and more absorption. Okay. Orthodox pattern stub revolver, pirate chainmail, 50% armor absorption. Power axe. Sniper rifle. And this stuff is all too expensive for us. So this stuff takes PF and RP. So we did get some, and this is just PF. Okay. I wonder if RP is stuff that doesn't automatically generate and the PF stuff does. I'm kind of thinking we've spent 11, we've got 38. Maybe we go Swashbuckler's Coat. I don't know. Kind of like them to all get hit with that big hammer. I'm going to go with this one. Always happy to do business with rogue traders. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's go to you. I'm going to go ahead and equip that. You've got a grenade. I'm going to give you a regular frag grenade. There we go. You, I think, can also have another frag grenade. You've used... Oh, you did use one, but you got one back. Give you a frag grenade. Do you have one? No. But you've got 2 crack grenades. That's okay. We'll give you a frag grenade. Frag grenades are generally more useful for us, but that's okay. You can also have a frag grenade and a medical kit. And you can't use a medical kit. So you're okay. It's okay. So we've got an extra one. I think that's okay. So you've got some cool gear there. Almost everybody's got some cool gear at this point. You've got that and your cloak there. So that gets you a 5% bonus to fellowship for each enemy within 2. Okay. We've given you these 2 things and this, actually. Do you have the best awareness? Is that what we gave it to? It was. Okay. All right. So that looks like that. All right. There's goods back here. Let's it's locked. Let's see if we can get through it with tech use. We could. All right. Well, let's pack it as cargo. All right. So we found a merchant. That's good. All right. The next thing I want to do is go down here. It's doesn't look like we can go very far. It looks like it's blocked off there, but I just wanted to make sure that we checked it before we left. Oh, there's loot there. Depleted battery. Yeah, we'll just pack it as cargo. All right, let's get out of here. You can't go home, or you don't have to go home, but you can't stay. Oh, that's the stuff they dropped. All right, Atrium, Palace, Dock Row, Shadow Quarters. I think we go Shadow Quarters for now. Let's see if we can figure out where we're supposed to be going with Shay. There we go. That was surprisingly hard to get out. Come on, computer now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. And finish loading. Thank you. That's what I wanted. All right. Now, I think we're just supposed to go here. But let's find out. Jay. Help Jay recover the cargo, which is located in the northeastern part of the Shadow Quarters. From a secret warehouse. Okay. Well, I know where a warehouse is, right? Because we were just there. Right there. That doesn't look northeastern to me. It looks... Northeastern would be up here. Have we not been up there already? I mean, it gives us a deal there. I'm going to look here first. And if nothing happens here, we'll head to the northeast. Because we haven't finished that corner yet, oddly enough. I thought we had. Oh, here we go. Hold on. What does this say? Small nook of the stone is empty from dust. There's evidence that cache... Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go in just to check, just to make sure. See what's in there. All right, it was the right one. It's not in the northeast, which is interesting. Notice remnants of metallic tags that have been cut. Huh. What does she have to say? Shireen in here. What a joy to see you. Follow me, please. I'm going to do an F5. Maybe. There we go. It didn't let me do anything there for a second. I'm going to do a save, and I think we shall follow her next episode, because I have a feeling this section might take a little while. So we'll do that next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back next time to follow and see what the heck we need to do to recover this cargo. Anyway, we'll see you then. Cheers.